Hello learners, NIOS welcomes you to painting subject video series. This is lesson number 14 part 2. Now we will discuss about the first painter and his painting. This is Raja Ravi Varma, the famous painter. Basic information about Raja Ravi Varma. He was born in Travancore in Kerala in the year 1848 at Kilimanur Palace. He started watercolor training at the Travancore, where there was a painter named Ramaswamy Naidu, and he started his watercolor training under Ramaswamy Naidu. Raja Ravi Varma was highly influenced by Italian painters. Raja Ravi Varma learnt the basics of oil painting from R. Pillai, who was a famous teacher in Madurai. R. Pillai had many students. So, one of the students was who Raja Ravi Varma connected with and learnt oil painting and the basics of oil painting from one of the students. After learning the basic skills, Raja Ravi Varma learnt finer skills by observing the Dutch painter Theodor Jensen. He is also famous for painting scenes from Indian epics, which were the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. Raja Ravi Varma is known to mold the imagination and the taste of depiction related to Indian gods and heroic figures in Indian cinema, dance and calendar art. Time to discuss the painting. Jatayu is the bird and Jatayu Vadham is the title. Artist is Raja Ravi Varma. The medium is oil colors. The period is 1906. Description of Jatayu Vadham painting. This painting depicts the demon king Ravana carrying Sita away, but Jatayu wanted to protect Sita and Ravan wounds and attacks Jatayu. You would see in the painting that Ravana is powerfully built. The red dhoti he is wearing totally befits a king. and a violent man who's trying to harass and abduct Sita is wearing a yellow sari in this painting, but you would see that she is totally horrified because Ravana is abducting her against her will. The depiction is realistic in terms of the clothes, the painting of the bird, depiction of Jatayu, the motion, the language, the posture, the figure, all is very well done, and thick layers of colors have been used, selection of shades in the background and in the foreground have contrast. So, the figures have been given more importance, the expressions have been realistically depicted and emphasized upon along with the landscape. The selection of shades in the background and foreground have been done artistically. There is landscape, contrast, and the central figures, the expressions have been very realistically depicted along with Jatayu and the two other figures that depicts the mastery in painting. Now we learn about the second painter and his painting. Maqbool Fida Hussain. Maqbool Fida Hussain, basic information. Mr. Hussain was a great admirer of Mother Teresa. He admired her and really looked upon her for the work she has done, and that is the reason he devoted a series of paintings to her, inspired by the social work she had done for mankind. And this series of paintings devoted to Mother Teresa was done in between 1980 to 2005, where M.F. Hussain made a number of paintings dedicated to Mother Teresa. M.F. Hussain said Mother Teresa was the true reflection of love for humanity and an adopted and an adoptive mother of the entire world, of people who had sickness, maybe HIV, AIDS and other kinds of sicknesses as well. She used to take care of these people. In the Mother Teresa series, the Blessed Mother is depicted as a faceless figure. As you would see in the painting, the face is black, but you can recognize it is Mother Teresa by the trademark blue border white sari which she used to wear. That was the uniform, her trademark. This painting of Mother Teresa is an ideological attempt to explore the image of motherhood, because it is a faceless figure and the universal idea of mothers is unconditional love. That is the kind of ideology which M.F. Hussain tried to symbolize from this painting, an ideological perspective. This painting is a reference to all mothers like Virgin Mary in the La Pieta, how she was lamenting the death of her child. Similarly, Mother Teresa also, who worked so much for the betterment of humanity, and also M.F. Hussain, who was very small when he lost his mother. So due to that, he always wanted to explore this image, this ideology of what mother actually means, what motherhood means, and he was very inspired by the selfless service of Mother Teresa. The title of this painting is Mother Teresa. The artist is Maqbool Fida Hussain. The medium used are oil colors. The period is 2005. Description of this painting. M.F. Hussain, when he made the Mother Teresa painting, is influenced by the La Pieta sculpture made by Michelangelo, where Virgin Mary is lamenting the death of Jesus Christ, and the shape and the figure of La Pieta influenced M.F. Hussain when he made this painting. One thing which stands out in this painting is the faceless figure of Mother Teresa. What is M.F. Hussain trying to show or depict by painting a faceless figure? This is the universal love which is unconditional, which all mothers have, irrespective of the face. All people have their mothers as the person who has given them unconditional love. That is the reason he has not put a face there. It's a symbol. You will also notice Hussein's prolific style, which was the use of bold and broad brush strokes. Use a thick brush, larger brush, which would ensure that the strokes were bold and broad. The lines made in black were also very thick, and the colors were energetic, very eye-catching. That was M.F. Hussein's style. Now we learn about the third painter and her painting, Amrita Shergill. Basic information about Amrita Shergill. She was born in the year 1913 in Budapest, which is in Hungary. Amrita Shergill studied art at Paris and also in Italy. Amrita Shergill is also renowned to be the first internationally acclaimed modern Indian woman painter for her painting young girls, which in 1932 won a lot of acclaim in France, and she became internationally renowned. After her learning journey in Europe, she arrived back in India in 1934 where she started observing and was deeply influenced by the frescoes at Ajanta, as well as the Mughal miniatures and the Pahadi miniatures. Some of the famous works or artworks of Amrita Shergill are Three Girls, Mother India, The Beggars, and Woman with Sunflowers. These are four of Shergill's very well known artworks. Amrita Shergill and the painting titled Three Girls. Artist Amrita Shergill. Media oil colors. Period 1935. Three Girls description. So, after Amrita Shergill's moving back to India, this painting was submitted at the Bombay Art Society annual exhibition in the year 1937, and this painting was in fact her first artwork after returning to India and won the gold medal. This painting shows three girls colorfully dressed, but in the painting they look as if they are contemplating a destiny, a life which they cannot change. Observing the painting, you would also see the expressions, the body language, and the specific use of colors show a kind of resignation, grimness, sadness, sorrow within the girls. Amrita Shergill believed that through her artwork she had a purpose. Marginalized sections like women who had no independence in their life, no equality, were vulnerable and discriminated against. It was her purpose to interpret the life of people who were poor and sad as a reminder for empathy, to motivate people to understand the suffering in the society, not to ignore, not to neglect. It was a kind of conscious effort on the part of the artist, which she thought was the purpose of her art. She wanted to show and depict these conditions through her art. That was the purpose of Amrita Shergill's paintings. I hope you enjoyed watching part 2 of the lesson. If you have any queries, please email us at signlanguage@nios.ac.in. For more information, you may visit our website www.nios.ac.in. Thank you.